Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Football Manager 2017 with Tottenham Hotspur, and we're into the final game of January then, and it's going to be the FA Cup fourth round game against Bristol City. It's an opportunity for me to rotate the team a little bit and show some of our younger players. So this is, even then, to be honest, we have shown quite a few of them. We're just going to have a quick recap then of the month in case you've been ducking and diving in and out of videos, which is fine. We've actually had an unbeaten run, quite amazingly. I finally we haven't had the most difficult run, I will be honest with you. I mean, Man City was up in the air. It was totally on the toss of a coin, to be honest with you. But 0-0, which I'm pretty happy with. And then, really, it was very straightforward. A nice, easy game against Bury. Wolves, Everton, West Ham, Wolves, all victories. And it means we now have a chance to win the League Cup, or the EFL Cup, or as it's going to be called next year, some sort of weird... I don't know, what is it? Isn't it like Carabao or something? If you're not familiar, if you've not heard about this, by the way, it's there's a new deal with, I think it's a Thai energy drink that is going to be sponsoring the League Cup. It honestly sounds like some dodgy cup that you hear about in like Far East Asia, you know, that's had a load of match fixing attached to it or something. That's what it sounds like to me. Anyway, getting back on track, we've got the Bristol game here today. As you can see, we are very clear favourites. Bristol, incidentally, are 11th in the Championship. This is how that league looks. So, as you can see, they're about mid-table. They're probably not going to get promoted. But that looks almost identical to how it looks in real life. So I think it's got a good job there. Well done, Sports Interactive. Now, as you can see, Nevan Subotic there is going to be in the team for today, my new signing. I'll go over transfer sort of numbers and so on at the end of the game because obviously there's still a few days left, but I'm probably not going to make any more new signings, just to let you know, due to various, mostly financial reasons, but also there's not a lot out there, and obviously I can't go out and just splurge 40 million. I don't have that money anymore, unfortunately, on it. I don't care how good a certain player is on this save, I can't buy him. So, and don't forget, this is a short-term save. I'm not going to buy a wonder kid who's only 17, and then by the time I finish the save, he's only 19, 20. You know, it's no good. So I might carry on off camera. I don't know yet. Anyway, this is the team then for Bristol City. So we have Hugo Lloris in goal, Kieran Trippier, Nevan Subotic, and someone we've seen for the first time on this save, Cameron Carter-Vickers, the young 19-year-old American. He just totally passed me by. I don't know why I didn't throw him into the team earlier. He's an option, and now we've got 2 or 3 new centre-backs now. You know, we've got Subotic, or at least to replace Vertonghen and Alderweireld, so the worst happened to them. So we've got plenty going on there. We've got Ben Davies at left-back, Moussa Dembele, who is asking for more games, so I'm obliging here. We have Harry Winks and Wanyama in the middle. Probably should swap them at some point, but I want to see what Dembele's like in that sort of defensive midfield role, because, you know, we saw in the last few games he was having a lot of pot shots, which was a bit frustrating. I know it, and I've already told him to, you know, not do that, but a player will not listen to you sometimes, and Dembele has done that on several occasions. So I've pulled him back slightly. I want to see what Wanyama's a bit more like in this advanced role. Obviously, he's not going to score either, but it's a steady sort of pivot, shall we say. And then we have Marcus Edwards, Son Heung-min, and Harry Kane up front. And they have Tammy Abraham, the player who's on loan from Chelsea, I believe, or at least he was. Yes, he is there. And they also have Lico, who is the West Brom lad. Yeah, I think he's born in 1999. That makes me feel so goddamn old, and I'm only 25. What is going on? And yeah, I think that's about as much as I know from here. So let's get straight into the game then. Let's encourage the players to make a point. Why not? So we're at home. This should be a nice, hopefully simple win. I didn't plan on having all these easy games, by the way. January is traditionally a very difficult month, but for whatever reason, we've had some... No way! Potentially with his first touch of the ball, Nevan Subotic has scored for Tottenham. That is absolutely fantastic. I cannot believe that has just happened. Of all people, the brand new signing with potentially his first touch of the ball 6 minutes in has scored. Amazing. That's astonishing. You couldn't have written that any better. No, I'm not using the editor. I like how that is actually a thing. I've seen various YouTubers and all that say that, you know, oh, you've used the editor. You can't use the editor to have certain things happen, like a goal to be programmed. You can't do that. It's not physically possible. But people will still write it. Anyway, Cameron Carter-Vickers, on his debut, has given away a penalty, and here's Tammy Abraham. And Hugo Lloris dived the right way, but it was not enough. That's Abraham's 11th goal of the season. He looks quite good, I've got to be honest. I saw him come on, making a few cameo appearances for Chelsea in the latter half of last season. He looked quite good, to his credit. So, yeah, I think a bit more time in the Championship. And Chelsea, well, not being funny, but in a few years, they might actually have a completely different 11 to what they have now. And I don't just mean, 5, 6, 7, 8 years down the line. I'm talking 2 or 3 years down the line, because they have so many players on loan. I think they have upwards of, more than 20 players. It might even be more than that on loan. Now, some bad things have happened here. Carter-Vickers has had a shocker. Subotic has scored, but has now got injured. I am going to keep him on, but we have been very disappointed. I'm actually going to get aggressive and say I'm not happy with your performance. I think we need to be a bit more attacking. Let's try that. I should probably also have a slightly higher line. We're against Bristol City. We really should be winning here, and we'll move to flexibles. We don't need to be as structured. I don't think we are against a lesser opposition, so to speak. Yeah, Carter-Vickers. I might just comfort him, shall we say? Let's say pressure's off. Let's see what happens. No pressure. That might rid him of his nerves. Let's try it with Marcus Edwards as well. Let's see. No pressure. There you go. Seem relaxed. That's a bit better. Hopefully it will help him. I am going to keep Subotic on for now. He is the backup, ultimately. He's not on a lot of wages. If he gets injured, so be it. I would rather run the risk with him getting injured further rather than potentially injuring one of our main centre-backs, especially someone like Eric Dyer who can come in. Then I'd be harming 2 positions, potentially, with Dyer, who can play at centre-back but also in midfield. So I'd rather just keep Subotic on now. He should be okay. I mean, his match fitness wasn't great, but it was more than acceptable. Just wasn't optimal. Right, here's Ben Davies. Oh, he's done that on several occasions now, Davis. I think that's his second goal. Well, okay, several occasions. One other time he's done it. Maybe it's a placebo or something. I don't know what happened there. But Ben Davies has scored again from a free kick. He's having a nightmare, Carter-Vickers. I thought I was right in not putting him in the team previously, but yeah, he's had an absolute shocker as the American, and I think I might have to pull him out because he's very nervous. Yeah, we are going to take a risk now. I would rather pull him out and give... 20 minutes as well. It's not a big deal. Ben Davies is surprisingly good at set pieces, and what a header that is from Moussa Dembele. Well, it says it was a fluke, but Dembele, I think it was a header. You can't really tell in the 2D Classic engine, but whatever it is, it's looped over the goalkeeper, and it's really, really nice and gone it right. We are going to take off Victor Wanyama, and we're going to bring on Adrian Rabiot for the final 10 minutes or so, because this should see us out now. I would be surprised if there were any more highlights. So there's actually one more here just before we get into injury time. So I think ending January then, I think it puts us in a good position. We're still in the cup competitions. We still have the Europa League. That's a terrible effort from Smith. Absolutely miles away. Yeah, we're still in all the cup competitions. Technically we're still on for the quadruple, which is ridiculous, but we're almost certainly not going to win all 4. Don't be silly. So let's say good win. But we're still with a chance in January or February now, I guess. So that's always good. What we will do is we will zoom on now to the FA Cup 5th round draw and see who we get, because we've had some very generous draws, I will admit. Very generous. Look at that. Liverpool, Chelsea knocks them out. Is that Tony Gomez? 18-year-old Tony Gomez knocking Chelsea out of the FA Cup. How about that for Liverpool there? And yeah, there's a lot of big teams going out here. So we've got a chance. We definitely have a chance. Subotic may have had a debut to remember. Oh, feisty. Lee Johnson, Tottenham aren't as good as they think they are. Ooh. I wonder now if the game will ask me for a response. They're nothing but the bitter rantings of a beaten manager. Let's get a feud going. Let's really pipe the fires, as I think the expression is there. Let's see what the game makes of this. Because one thing I've always wanted to do, I wanted to get into genuine war of words, because Football Manager's been quite what's the word? Restraint, I think is the word, when it comes to these types of things, because usually it'll just be a couple of press conferences back and forth. I want proper vicious attacks, like sort of Mourinho-esque, mind games, all this bollocks, he plays into. Let's have a look at some of the scenes. I mean, there are times to use scenes, and I don't think beating Bristol City is one of them. I will be honest with you. Great goal by Ben Davies, yes. Pretty happy with all things concerned, but I wasn't that impressed. Okay, whatever. Ben Davies was good. Subasic really didn't do that much for me. He scored on his debut. What do you want him to do? Goodness me. So yeah, we've got a couple more games here. We'll might as well just take you all the way through to the fifth round draw. Because now, interestingly, we do have a game on Wednesday that was also useful for rotation. Now, Manchester United are also out of the FA Cup at the fourth round. Of all people, the Chelsea man on loan to Watford, Kennedy, scoring in the 93rd minute. Look at that, absolute drama at Old Trafford. Oh, Man U have poached my under-23s physio. That's no good. Might have to replenish him soon. Right, so we're going to have a look at this draw then. Let's see what comes up once we get through all this gibberish. So as I say, I think we're in a good position right now. So let's have a look at the bigger teams here. I mean, I don't see Arsenal. I don't see Chelsea. As Liverpool are there, but it's Tottenham, Liverpool, and West Ham, I guess. There's a real chance to win here. We could do a domestic cup double. So let's say, as long as we can avoid Liverpool, which I have inevitably just jinxed, then we should be okay. So look at these teams coming out. West Ham versus Reading. Right, but I'd take Burton or Bournemouth. Oh, God, it's going to happen, isn't it? Watford. Oh, God, it is going to happen. No, I told you I jinxed it. I told you. Oh, God. Now I really do look like I'm fixing things. Oh, my word. So we're going to play Liverpool in the fifth round of the FA Cup at Anfield as well. Oh, my goodness me. That is going to be an absolute bastard of a game. I think that's around about the time we play them. Oh, no, it's a little bit further on. That is smack bang in the middle as well of our Europa League. Now, that has really put a spanner in the works. Because I was kind of hoping... Well, look at that. That is a domestic run and a half. Sorry, a domestic cup run. I'll start that one again. That is a cup run and a half there. You've got Europa League 1, FA Cup, Europa League 2, EFL Cup. Woof. That's a run. So we'll have many games in hand, I think. Oh, my word. So this is going to be very, very interesting. Instantly, the next batch of commentaries will be 2. We'll be doing 2 commentaries in one video. You don't say I don't treat you. We'll be doing the 2 Bilbao games. We'll have the Liverpool game in between. I'm not going to do that one live, but unless you really, 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 really want me to, then I will. But we'll do the 2 Bilbao games in one video, and then the next video will be the Sunderland game. So that's how it's going to go, and then we'll move on into March, maybe with Chelsea game or something. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. A nice simple win over Bristol City. Don't we all enjoy one of them every now and then? Here's how the league stands. This will inevitably change by the time we get back to doing live comms again in the month of February. We win that game in hand within 2 points of Arsenal. It's getting very, very tense and very tight at the top of the table. I'm looking forward to this run-in. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, and I will see you next time for more Football Manager 2017 action. Until then, bye-bye.